They say money talks, but sometimes it walks in quietly, wearing a hoodie. The afternoon sun scorched the pavement outside Prestige Auto Atlanta, casting harsh reflections off polished hoods and chrome grills. A dusty black SUV rolled into the lot, noticeably older than anything parked in the front row. It didn't glide like the others, it growled. From the driver's seat stepped Malik Anderson, mid-40s, calm eyes, clean-shaven, hoodie, jeans, plain sneakers. He shut the Y door with a quiet thunk and stood for a moment, looking up at the sleek glass facade. No one knew his name. No one knew his net worth. And that was exactly how he wanted it. He walked with quiet confidence, hands in his pockets, past a row of six-figure sedans. Inside, the climate-controlled showroom was a world apart. Marble floors, showroom lighting, classical music playing softly in the background. 3 employees near the reception desk glanced up, then glanced at each other. Their smiles thinned. One of them whispered something under his breath. From behind a polished desk, Rebecca Jameson stood, blazer pressed, hair neatly pinned, a name badge that said, Sales Manager. She walked toward Malik with that particular kind of smile, the one used for strangers who don't look like buyers. "Can I help you with something?" she asked. Polite tone, controlled distance, cold edge. Malik smiled faintly. "Just looking," he said, voice low but clear. "Nice cars." Rebecca's eyes scanned him quickly. Shoes, hoodie, age, skin. The smile didn't quite reach her eyes. "Well," she said, clipboard in hand, "this is a premium dealership. Most of our clients are pre-qualified before even walking in." "I figured," Malik replied, taking another step toward a black luxury coupe on display. "Still figured I'd stop by." Rebecca's smile stiffened. "These vehicles start at $120,000. If you're interested in something more attainable, there's a great used lot about 15 minutes east." Malik turned to face her, hands still tucked in his hoodie pocket. "What makes you think I need something more attainable?" he asked. Calm tone, direct words. She blinked once, then tilted her head with a practiced expression. "I'm just trying to be realistic with your expectations," she said, each word picked carefully. Malik stepped closer to the coupe. His fingers brushed along the chrome side mirror. "Nice build. German engineering?" "I'm going to have to ask you not to touch the vehicles, sir," Rebecca said quickly, the forced smile back in place. "Like I said, we require appointments and pre-approval." The air was still now. Even the background music seemed to fade. Malik turned to her fully. Not angry, not insulted, just steady. "So," he said, "you're telling me I need to be pre-approved to look?" Rebecca's posture stiffened. "We've had issues in the past," she said vaguely. "We try to minimize, unnecessary browsing." There it was. Polished prejudice. Behind business-like words. Malik didn't flinch. He just nodded slowly. "Maybe I should talk to the owner," he said. Rebecca raised a brow, surprised, then gave a small laugh. "The owner?" she repeated. "They don't take walk-ins." "You sure about that?" Malik asked, his voice neutral. Rebecca folded her arms, clipboard resting against her chest like a shield. "Positive. They're very busy." Malik didn't push. Instead, he pulled out his phone. "No problem," he said casually, scrolling. "I'll just let them know I'm here." He brought the phone to his ear, stepped away slightly. Rebecca's eyes followed him, confused, uncertain. "Yeah, it's me," Malik said into the phone. "I'm at the dealership. Just a little mix-up. Let them know I'm here." He ended the call and slipped the phone back into his pocket. Rebecca stared at him. Who did you just call?" Malik looked around the pristine showroom, cars gleaming under the lights, staff watching now with growing interest. He turned to her with a half smile. "Guess we'll find out." The air in the showroom felt heavier now, not from the heat, but from the quiet shift in power. Rebecca stood frozen, her fingers clutching her clipboard, knuckles pale. Around her, the hum of casual chatter had died completely. Malik leaned casually against a nearby SUV, relaxed, patient, like he'd been here before, like he'd done this before. The seconds ticked by like minutes. A door opened, then came. The sound, crisp, fast, deliberate, polished leather shoes striking tile. A man in a tailored Navy suit strode into the room. Mid-50s, confident, direct. Mr. Brooks, the regional director. His presence turned heads instantly. His gaze swept the room, and the moment he saw Malik, his expression shifted. Warmth, recognition, respect. "Mr. Anderson," Brooks said, approaching with an outstretched hand. "It's great to see you." Malik straightened and returned the handshake. Calm smile, no trace of arrogance. "Appreciate you coming down," he said. "Didn't want to make too much noise today." Brooks laughed softly. "Always keeping it quiet." The entire showroom stiffened. Someone near the service desk muttered, "Did he say Mr. Anderson?" Rebecca didn't move. Her eyes bounced between Malik and Brooks, the clipboard lowering, slowly, as though her body couldn't quite process what was happening. "Wait," she said finally. "Mr. Anderson?" Brooks turned toward her, his friendly expression dropping to neutral. "Rebecca," he said evenly, "I assume you've met our new owner?" Silence. Rebecca blinked. "He's the owner?" Brooks gave a tight nod. "Malik Anderson. Acquired this dealership 3 weeks ago. I announced it in the leadership briefing. You were on that call." Her lips parted, but no words came out. Malik turned toward her, not angry, just observant, studying her the way she had studied him. "I think we got off on the wrong foot," he said. Rebecca's mouth worked, searching for something to say. Anything that would rewrite the last 15 minutes. I didn't know," she said quietly. "I didn't realize—" "You didn't realize what?" Malik asked gently. "That someone who looks like me could own a place like this?" Rebecca froze. Her face said it all. She hadn't meant to say it, but she had already said it, 100 different ways. Malik stepped closer, not threatening, just present. "I'm not here to embarrass you," he said. "I'm here to understand how my business is being run." He looked around, at the other staff. Eyes watching, mouths silent. "Tell me something, Rebecca," he continued. "If I'd walked in here yesterday, same clothes, same shoes, but not the owner, would you have treated me the same?" She didn't answer. She couldn't, and the silence said enough. Malik nodded once, then turned to Brooks. "Let's bring the team into the conference room," he said. "I think we've got something to talk about." The glass conference room at Prestige Auto Atlanta was designed to impress. Modern chairs, sleek chrome table, a panoramic view of the showroom. But today it felt smaller, heavier, as if the walls themselves were listening. The staff filed in slowly, eyes down, voices hushed. Rebecca took a seat near the back, her clipboard now resting quietly in her lap. She didn't look up. At the head of the table stood Malik Anderson. No suit, no title tag, just presence, steady, controlled, in complete command without raising his voice. Mr. Brooks stood near the door, arms crossed, watching in silence. Malik cleared his throat. The room went still. "Thanks for making the time," he began. "For those of you who don't know me, I'm Malik Anderson. As of last month, I own this dealership." A few heads turned, a couple jaws tightened. Someone muttered a quiet, "Damn." "I came in today dressed like this," he gestured to his hoodie, "for a reason." He looked around the table, locking eyes with no one, and yet everyone. "I wanted to see how people get treated when they don't look like they belong here. No titles, no introductions, just me." The silence that followed wasn't awkward. It was telling. "What I experienced," Malik continued, "was disappointing. I wasn't greeted. I wasn't asked what I was looking for. I was redirected." His eyes shifted, just briefly, to Rebecca, who stared at the floor. "I'm not here to call anyone out by name," he said, "but I am here to call out a culture, a mindset, one that judges people by their clothes, their tone, their skin." A younger sales associate, Jamal, raised his hand hesitantly. "Yes," Malik said, nodding toward him. Jamal cleared his throat. Mr. Anderson, I think most of us try to treat everyone fairly, but sometimes we make assumptions without realizing it. Malik nodded slowly. That's honest. And that's the problem. He stepped away from the table slightly, hands behind his back. We all have biases, every one of us. But being fair isn't passive. You don't just try to be fair. You work at it every day. You check your instinct. You listen. You learn. He paused, then let his voice lower. Because the moment someone walks through that door, we're not just selling cars. We're selling trust. The words settled like dust on polished steel. He looked around again. This place has a reputation. And starting today, that reputation includes respect, inclusivity, integrity. That's not optional. That's policy. More than a few heads nodded now. The tension was breaking, replaced by something else. Awareness, accountability. Malik turned to Rebecca. Rebecca, he said, his tone not cold, but unmistakably firm. She looked up, slowly. Her face flushed, her voice barely audible. I made a mistake, she said. I misjudged you, and I'm sorry. Malik considered her a moment. Thank you, he said. But this isn't just about apologizing. It's about recognizing how easy it is to dismiss someone who doesn't look like your ideal customer. He turned back to the group. We'll be starting new training next week on equity, customer engagement, and unconscious bias. And yes, that applies to everyone, no exceptions. He let the quiet linger, then added, if you can't get behind that, this may not be the right place for you. That's not a threat. It's clarity. No one spoke, but they heard him. All of them. Malik straightened, hands lightly resting on the table. I didn't come here to humiliate anyone. I came here to see what kind of business I'd inherited. And now I know. Now we all know. Rebecca nodded softly, still red-faced. I want to do better, she said, and I will. Malik gave her a small nod. I believe in second chances, he said. But accountability comes first. The meeting was over, but the weight of it lingered. One by one, the staff filed out of the conference room, quieter than they had entered. No small talk, no fake smiles, just reflection, awareness, maybe something close to respect. Rebecca lingered at the door, clipboard in hand, no longer a shield, just something to hold on to. She approached Malik, her voice low, careful. Mr. Anderson, she began, I just wanted to say thank you for not shutting me out. I know I have work to do, but I won't let you down. Malik studied her face for a moment. I hope you mean that, he said. Because words are easy. Change takes effort. She nodded, eyes earnest. I do. He nodded back. No promises, just a chance. As she walked away, Mr. Brooks stepped forward from the side of the room. Handled that well, he said. Malik gave a faint smile. We've got work to do, he replied. Let's set up another staff meeting next week. I want the team to know exactly what I expect and what I won't tolerate. Brooks gave a respectful nod. You got it, boss. Malik stepped back out into the showroom. The light hit the glass in golden streaks now. Late afternoon sun reflecting off the polished surfaces of high-end machines. He paused for a moment, taking it in. The showroom, the silence, the work ahead. This wasn't just a business, it was a standard. And Malik Anderson wasn't just here to make money. He was here to make something better, something lasting, something that said, loud and clear, what you wear doesn't matter. What you drive doesn't matter. Who you are does. And from this day forward, everyone who walked through those doors would feel it. Not because they looked the part, but because they were treated like they mattered.